Now, there was a famine in the land. Now, as a modern-day reader ng Bible, we can't relate to this. Famine, this means total economic collapse. Walang SNR, walang pure gold, walang 4Ps, walang ayuda, walang savings bank, walang 7-Eleven, wala. They live in a place wherein they only get water from the rain. So yung pagka nagkaroon ng famine, it means you're gonna die. Genesis 12:5 tells that Abraham had livestock, he had servants, meron siyang household responsibilities. So pag may famine, hindi lang po ito parang, ay 3 araw na sunod-sunod na araw. No, years ang famine. It means death. Wait a minute, ano nangyari? Kala ko ba may blessing? What you feel like pag sumusunod kay Lord, everything will be okay? Are you like me na parang pag may problema, sandali lang Lord, nag-born again na ako, iniwanan ko na nga yung iba kong religion, iniwanan ko ni pagsamba-samba ro sa ganito, tapos ngayon, ba't magkakaproblema kami mag-asawa? Sumunod na ako, may famine pa. Sabi ni Lord, why not? Modern day famine. Maybe some of you have job loss, medical crisis. Sino sa inyo rito nagka-problema medically speaking? If you're an OFW, bakit ganun, Pastor? Baka mapabalik kami dyan sa Pilipinas. Immigration uncertainty, lalo na sa Amerika. Business collapse. Nagnegosyo ka, bumagsak. Ministry burnout. Family issues. Sino rito may issue sa pamilya? So, a famine may be something that you held on so dearly because akala mo ito ni blessing ni God. Ba't nangyari yon? Anong solusyon ni Abraham? Abraham went down Egypt to live there for a while because the famine was so severe. Now, look up here. He never called on God. He never asked God. He never questioned God. God, sandali. Sabi mo, you're gonna turn me into a great nation. Eh, mamamatay kami sa famine. No. He never paused. Wala siyang ginawa na pagsik kay God, instantaneously, I'm gonna go down to Egypt. You see, sometimes fear makes us run from promise to preservation. May pangako, pero, Lord, tagilid tayo ngayon, Lord. Egypt has their own steady supply of water. During those times, pag may tubig ka, buhay ka. Kasi meron silang Nile River. What do we do when obedience leads us into scarcity instead of security? Ano yung gagawin mo kung ang pagsunod magdadala sa iyo ng kakulangan instead na kabusugan? I have a friend, pag sumunod sila sa pagbabayad ng tax, it's gonna be worse. They have to pay 5 million kasi ginigipit sila ng, again, ng BIR, kung sino may mga corrupt na agent na yon. Sinabi sa kanila, masettle natin to na 800 to 1.2 million. Pero if you wanna pay the right tax, 5 million. Pikit mata, pati ilong pinikit, nagbayad ng 5 million. Talagang wow, kasi, Pastor, ang hirap. Abraham chose Egypt. He chose the visible solution over the invisible promise. That's why we walk by faith, not by sight. Most of the time, sure ball na to, Pastor, pipikit ko lang yung mata ko. Under the table kasi to, Pastor. Pag hindi ako nag-under the table, hindi mako-close yung deal. Well, include mo na yung table. Talagang close na yung deal na yan. So we operate based on what we see, not based on the promise. I want to challenge you today. Ano yung mga nakikita mong visible solution pero may compromise? Or may invisible promise ba na pag sinunod mo, it won't make sense. Pero Lord, sige.